G'day, mates. Shh. You see that feisty fucker behind me there? Yeah, he's one of the most dangerous predators around. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sneak right up behind him and stick our fingers right up his butthole. Because I've been doing a little bit of drinking and it seems like a good idea.
A group of raiders ransacked my settlement last night. They ate all my food, they kidnapped my wife, they spanked my bare ass right in front of my kids, neither of which can look me in the eyes anymore. They picked up my eldest son right by the nipples. So I figured I'd come to Sanctuary and try to get some of your guys' help. So what do you say? Do you think you can help me take on those raiders?
Dude, I don't even work here.
Which makes me wonder how I would react if I ever saw an alien in real life. I'd like to think that I'd be all calm, cool, and collective. This is a pretty cool cave. I could probably make a home for myself here. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Their arms bound behind their back in a perfectly right position for skull fucking. Oh yeah, take it. Take it to the face, stupid bitch. Oh yeah, yeah, you like that? Oh yeah, oh buddy, oh guy. Oh yeah, buddy, yeah. Oh.
Are you Catwoman? Did you take the girl? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? I guess that wasn't Catwoman.
A uniform can say a lot about a person. Some say I fly a plane like a pilot. Some say I keep people safe like a security guard. And others say I hate my father like a Hooters girl. See, I'm not actually afraid of sharks though. I am, however, afraid of being in the water with a shark, because that seems to be where them sons of bitches thrive. However, you put a shark on a skateboard and you roll him into a dry as fuck room and I'll slap that fucker right on the face. No problem. Take that, you sons of bitch. Woo! Alright, let's go down. Oh, this is fucking so scary. Oh god, please don't be what I think you are. Oh. Oh, fuck me! What the hell? Hello? Oh, shit! Okay! Alright, your makeup's running! Oh, God! Oh, fuck me! Oh, she's really strong! She clearly lifts! Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Oh, okay! Oh, let's talk about this! Oh, fuck!
Hey, buddy.
Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Oh, my God! Oh, fuck! Oh, you're cutting my hands! Oh, crazy bitch! She's on some pills! She's on some pills! Oh, fuck! Relax! 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 Oh, she's going nuts! Oh! Oh, shit! She's really strong! Oh, my hands are all fucked up! Oh. Oh.
I can hear her.
Oh, is this our first
her
fight?
clawing her way back inside.
Oh, fuck!
Get out! Leave me alone!
Oh, wow, you got problems, lady.
I deserve this.
Yeah, you do. You cut my hand, all the shit. Oh, is she dead?
The fuck are you, Mia?
Fuck me. I just came here for a little pussy. I had no idea that this shit was gonna get this fucked up. Have you ever been so scared that you try to get away but you can't get anywhere because you're panicking like a fucking madman? Oh, shit! Oh.
Sorry guys, I just have to thank Sergeant Squishy there real quick. Sergeant Squishy, thank you for the $50 super chat, man. Super kind of you to do that, really appreciate it. I'm not going to be talking a whole lot in this stream, guys. I'm just going to be kind of reacting to old funny videos. A bit more depressed than I usually am. I don't want to get into it, but just know I love you all, and I'm trying to watch my own videos to cheer me up. So you guys can chill and hang out with me and watch those videos with me, and hopefully get some chuckles out of it. But if you guys are expecting me to talk a whole lot, it's not gonna happen today. So again, Sergeant Squishy, man, that is a super nice super chat, and I'm sorry I can't. Well, I'm sorry I'm not like super talkative or whatever it is. I mean, it's really kind of you to do that. So I love you a lot, man. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. It's absolutely epic super chat. Incredibly kind of you to do, man. And I don't want you to think that I didn't see it or I'm ignoring it or something like that. So you're an absolutely wonderful guy, man. And thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me for a little bit. I love you guys. I love all of you. And hopefully you enjoy a little bit of these older videos. So let's get back into it. Again, Sergeant Squishy, bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate you.
God, please stop, please. Oh, fuck, come on, man. Oh, fuck. You know why these horror movies aren't that scary? It's because you always expect the killer to be there, right? The perfect serial killer is the one that gets you where you least expect it. If I were gonna design a serial killer, I would make a serial killer that swims up the toilet bowl when you're having a shit, spreads your ass cheeks apart, and just punches you in the butthole until you die. He would punch your shit right back up into your asshole. That would be fucking terrifying. I'd never shit again. That would be the end of me shitting. Have you ever noticed that the killers never talk in these movies? I wonder why that is.
I'm gonna stab you so fucking hard. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Stop laughing at me. You're about to get stabbed in the face. Would you stop laughing? This is serious. You stop laughing at me. I am a serious killer.
I rate this mod one lady who will only fart to the side. Watch out, people! She's getting in position.
Did you find any clue to why Kasumi left home?
Evidence, can we trust him?
What kind of question is that? Why are you asking?
You garbage who kills for money.
What? That's crazy.
I'll find her.
Thank you.
I'll be honest that sometimes when I use this gun, my dick slips out of my pants and into my hand. Is that weird?
Oh yeah, that's it, you little dirty. Smack me in my ass! I mean, oh shit, I didn't see you there. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know about you guys, but I actually feel bad for the Draugr. I mean, they look anorexic as fuck. Like they haven't eaten in like 100 years. They probably smell like a dead fart, too. And if I had to guess, I bet if you kicked them in the armpit, they'd probably cry like a little bitch. Each and every one of these weapons give me a raging hard-on to the point where I can't wear jeans anymore while I play Skyrim for fear that I will break my dick. Now, we've all been taught since we were children that we're not supposed to talk to strangers. That's how you end up in a blacked out van with a gag in your mouth, getting fucked in the ass. The only thing worse than a vampire that doesn't look like a vampire is one that sparkles in the sunlight and hits on teenage girls like a flamboyant 200-year-old pedophile.
Hey, I noticed you girls are in high school. You wanna see me bitch fight a werewolf who never wears a shirt, no matter how cold it gets outside?
I rate this mod one photo of my last match on Match.com. Her name is Sarah, and she loves to color. Now, have you guys ever seen a man beat another man to death with nothing but a big rubber dildo and a pillowcase filled with KY jelly? It has nothing to do with this mod, it's just this guy owes me like $4, and I don't own any real weapons. So I'm gonna need to improvise.
Yeah, you see that? That's the dildo of death.
I'm coming for you, Billy! Well, I get it. You're one of those people that because you got a bench to sit on, you think you're better than me. You think you're better than me because you got a bench, and I don't. And you think that makes you better than me. Well, maybe it does. But good luck enjoying your seated position after I do this!
Oh yeah, who's your crabby? Who's your fucking crabby, baby?
Can I get in on some of that sick shit you got going on there, bud?
No, fuck off!
Okay, pump the brakes, I respect that. I rate this mod the one face that everybody makes when they have an itchy asshole. And when you wear this armor, you won't be nervous anymore when you come across that insane guy that lives in a bathtub. Oh, hey there, buddy. I wasn't expecting company. I guess I'll just have to show you around. Come on in. Yeah. So, this is the living room here. Yeah, pretty spacious, I know. Yeah. You want to touch it? Do you? Do you want to touch it? Feel around? No? Okay. On to the next place. Here we got the master bedroom, and let me tell you, a lot of freaky shit happens in here, I'll tell you what. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're thinking. How do I not own a dog with all this fucking room to run around? Because I ate him. That's why.
So now you're not going to be that weirdo anymore who shows up to the beach in your fucking underwear.
Guys, come on. Let's not make this weird, okay? It's the only thing I own.
I rate this mod 4 copies of Liam Neeson's babysitting resume. I've got a particular set of skills. I'm good at finding kids, not so great at watching them. Will you please be my friend?
Yeah, I'll do whatever it takes for you to get your hands off my butt cheeks.
Hey there, little Sarah. You like your new tricycle? Come on, play with your new tricycle, Sarah. Come on, play with it. Play with your fucking tricycle.
Sure that's useful for something? Ah, fuck, what is that? Hello? Hey, Mia? Can we talk about what happened earlier? I feel really guilty about the whole axe thing, and I kind of wish I took it with me, to be honest, that I didn't leave it lodged in your body. It was my only form of defense.
Here's how it'd go down, okay? You would meet me by just traveling through the woods, and there I'd be in the dark somewhere, just sniffing a shoe under a bridge. And you'd be like, hey, who are you? And I'd be like, I'm Baters. And you'd be like, what the fuck is Baters? And then I'd whip my dick out and show it to you. And you'd be like, okay, let's be friends forever. And we would go and we would be friends, and we would frolic through the woods together holding dicks. And then I'd push you down and run away, all playful. Ah, see you later. Good luck with that death claw. Anyways, it's a dream of mine because in that dream, I have friends. This mod adds the type of gun that you brag about to all your friends. It's big, it's thick, it's powerful. I mean, this gun adopts orphan children just to neglect them. It's the type of gun that if you caught your wife looking at it on the internet, you'd hit her. I mean, they're a lot like a drunk bear who just let himself go and now he can't intimidate anyone anymore.
I'm a big old scary bear.
And you know how that old saying goes, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and talks like a duck, then chances are I'm probably gonna fuck it. Because I fuck ducks. Hard. Wish I had one of these when I was a kid. Would have made the boogeyman think twice before grabbing my fucking legs at night. I'm not an idiot. I know the boogeyman isn't real. Turns out it was just some creepy pervert hiding under my bed all those years. You want to know the worst part? Is I'm an adult now and he's still there. I got your leg. Oh my god, he's still there. Yeah, there's somebody in here shitting. Yeah. Go away. Hey, what's that ticking sound? What's going on? What the fuck? I mean, sometimes people call me crazy or psycho in real life, and I just say to those people, get back in the fucking cage, or I'll spray you with the hose again. Yeah, motherfucker, I know karate. What? I regret nothing. In retrospect, I definitely overplayed my cards. Yeah, you did. Finally, with this mod, I'll have a gun that I can show off to all my friends. Hey, you kids want to see something? Look at this! Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Y'all want to touch it?
My dad says we gotta stop hanging out with you because you're 40 years old and you hang out with a bunch of kids. You're a fucking loser.
God damn it, Timmy, you ruined it again. Timothy, I ain't afraid of you. You're 8 years old. I'll punch you right in the goddamn chest. I want to suck your bum. I mean blood. I meant blood. I'm not gay. I just really want to suck your bum. I mean blood. Fuck! I rate this mod 2 guys playing soccer who don't understand the rules. Okay, now, can you feel my balls on the back of your head?
Check.
Okay, we're ready now. Come at me, bruh. Bad textures are the worst. They're a lot like having an ugly baby and having to show off that ugly baby to other people. Now, people always pretend it's not ugly, but deep down, you know they're all just faking it. You can almost hear it in their voice. Wow, that baby looks totally normal and doesn't look fucked up at all. Why, thank you so much. We only dropped it twice. 5-second rule, right? Right? Once you have a filled Nukamon ball, you can throw the filled Nukamon ball containing your new friend at an unsuspecting thing that you wanted to battle. And that fucker will come out blazing. Raidermon, I choose you! Unless he's already dead, then it's lackluster as fuck. I'm Mama Murphy. No, you're not. No, you are not. Oh yeah? Take a look at this. Oh yeah, what's that? Oh my fucking sweet shit!
Just dipping my balls on Marcy's face, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that, Marcy? I couldn't hear you. Over my scrotum.
I like to capture settlers and throw them out into the middle of the ocean and just look at their face when they emerge from the nuka ball. You stupid bastards, you're all wet.
This mod is a lot like being a wrestler in the 1990s who has no clue how to trash talk. How do you feel about this weekend's matchup between you and The Undertaker?
I'll tell you how I feel there, little shrimp man. I feel that this Sunday, I'm gonna cut my opponent's face off. I'm gonna wear his face down to Blockbuster Videos, and I'm gonna rent a movie under his account. And I am never gonna return that movie. Do you have any idea the late fees that he'll have? Oh, they're gonna be humongous.
I'm not sure that's allowed. That way, when you throw one of your defiant settlers over the edge, it really sets an example for the rest of them.
No. You. Oh, fuck me! Oh, shit! Hey! Yeah! Alright!
No, you didn't mean to hurt.
I know, right? It's cool, right? Oh, fuck! Oh!
Have done that!
Oh, I wish I had! I really wish I had! Oh, I'm so sorry! Oh, God! What's with you with the fucking hand shit? Oh, God! Oh! Pull it out! Oh, shit! Oh, come on! Get it out of there! What the fuck? Does she have a chainsaw? Oh, she's got a chainsaw! Oh, this isn't good! Oh, come on, baby! Oh, put the chainsaw away, baby! Oh, fuck me! Oh, my hand! Oh! Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god! I got no fucking hand! Daddy's uncool, bitch! What the fuck? I am not gonna forgive you after that!
A revolver is like your penis. If you put too many hands on it at one time, it can feel overwhelming and confusing all at once. So that means if you want to be a good gunfighter, you're gonna have to treat your gunfighting like you are masturbating. You'll have to hold the revolver with a firm but gentle grip, with only one hand on the unit and the other hand between your butt cheeks, finger, and your asshole. This technique gives you full dexterity and mobility in regards to aiming, as well as relaxes you in those high-tension situations. I rate this mod 3 ladies who are really bad at applying makeup. No, seriously, it looks natural. I mean, you might have overdone it a bit on the eyeshadow, though. Just saying. Now, is there anything worse than stupidity? I mean, really, it's just such a bummer. It's a lot like when you try to adopt a kid, but you write your adoption application out of letters cut out of an assortment of different magazines. The letter just reads, "Bring one of the kids to the quarter, fifth, and grand." No police! Or when you're trying to hit on somebody, but everything you say comes out really self-sabotage sounding. "Hey, I noticed that you like wearing a lot of black there. Yeah, you must like dark things, huh? Yeah, ever walk down any dark alleys? I only ask because I'm a chloroform enthusiast." This mod reminds me of a simpler time when people laid down roots because they were afraid to travel, because they were still worried that if you sailed out too far, you could fall right off the edge of the planet. When people didn't argue about who uses which bathroom, because taking a shit was a life-threatening event that everybody did outside. And if you weren't careful, a snake could bite you right on the dick and give you tuberculosis. Not like nowadays. Nowadays, everything's got rules and regulations and shit. I just don't get it. I don't get how you can sell your sperm and make a profit, but people get all judgy when you try to sell a whole kid. Which is just like a really old sperm with a name and tiny clothing. I rate this mod 1 monkey who's got really weird nipples. I just can't look away. I rate this mod 1 bird that is remarkably good at sucking his own penis. Would you look at that? I rate this mod the type of crazy that shows up 6 months into a new relationship.
I'm not a jealous woman, but if you ever look at another girl, I'll kill everything you ever loved.
Now, for those of you who've never read a book on ninjutsu, you might not know the secrets to invisibility. So let me help you out. The key to being invisible is to not be seen by other people. Now, your 3 best tools for achieving this are your bushes, closets, and other places that people might not see you in. Got it? I rate this mod 1 alpaca that gets 0 swipes right on Tinder.
Is it my hair? Is that what it is?
This player home is like any homeless person's dream house. It's a huge step up from a cardboard box, and it shows, with all the space any redneck family of 8 could vouch for. It's got all the accommodations that really make trailer trash turn and take notice.
Holy shit, this thing's got a working bathroom in here? You see that, Cletus? Now you won't have to shit in the woods anymore, son. Now you'll be able to drop a deuce without fear that a bear's gonna drag you off into the woods like you did your 2 brothers. This is fancy as hell. I'm gonna call my mother and tell her about this. Hey, Mom!
I wonder what those ghouls are thinking when they're chasing you with such tenaciousness.
Wait up, wait up, wait up! Oh my god, I just want to touch your face!
Yeah, I don't mean to pry, but, you guys are about 3 months behind on your rent.
Excuse me, are you implying that we're a bunch of fucking losers?
No, I just figured, you might want to pay me because, like, I need that money for food.
Yeah, like I told you before. You'll have it soon.
That's what you said. Okay. I'll just come back tomorrow.
I rate this mod one of the best ways to enter a room when you want to make a good first impression.
I just thought I'd drop in and say hello.
Thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed this little collection here of some of our funny gameplay footage. If you did enjoy this video and you'd like to see more, remember to squish down on that subscribe button. Now, if you want to watch the full video of any of the skits you saw in the video, all the links are in the description. Also, if you want details on when we'll be streaming, then follow us on Twitter for the latest updates. The link is also in the description. And until next time, go ahead and keep on. I rate this mod 1 pigeon who I know works for the CIA. Stop following me! So not only does it look and function great, it's also the perfect place to bring back one of those classy girls that you met while using Tinder. Well, I've got a knapsack full of jets, so that's a swipe right. I rate this mod 2 ladies who point their bums up at the sun to try to steal its energy. I rate this mod 1 fish that pretends to be fun, but then tries to touch your penis.
Hey there, sport. You want to come in my super safe cave and wrestle?
Yeah, I can't imagine why that wouldn't be weird. I rate this mod 1 koala bear who's wanted for murder. Sure, he looks harmless now, but wait until he whips out his bazooka. That's when the mood in the room really takes a turn. So buckle up, ladies, because things are about to get weird. Now, how many of you have tried to build a house without a foundation? Now, I have, and let me tell you, your neighbors will never really get over how fucked up and saggy looking your house is. Now, your kids, they'll get made fun of at school. They'll call them weird names like shithouse and fuckface. And your wife, yeah, she'll leave you for another man with a fully erect house.
Baby, I swear, this never happens. Just give me 6 to 8 months and I'll get it fully upright, I promise.
Are you the type of person that's really into purplish bluish jewelry? Like the first time you saw the Titanic and that old lady threw the heart of the ocean overboard? Did you freak out and throw your fucking TV through the window?
Oh, are you out of your fucking mind? Bitch, you better know how to swim.
I know I did. I rate this mod 1 baby that knows mixed martial arts.
Okay, tap out, Whiskers, or I'll break it. Damn you and your pride, Whiskers. Just tap the mat, it's over.
Now I won't have to come up with some elaborate story to tell my friends when they come over to watch me play Fallout as to why the bullets don't show up at long distances. Yeah, I know they're not there, Billy. My character's just really nearsighted and he hasn't had time to visit the optometrist, being as how the fucking world exploded and all.
I'm just kidding, I don't have any friends.
I rate this mod 1 monkey that's clearly never been raped. Let's face it, if sexual assault was on your mind at all, you wouldn't be standing like that. No. Yeah, hi there. Yeah, I'd just like to make a quick withdrawal if I could, please. Thanks.
Give me all your fucking money! Give me all your fucking money right now!
I rate this mod 2 people who just made the best purchase of their adult lives and bought themselves a brand new 1983 Subaru Sumo. Now this vehicle is just perfect for taking kids to and from the park or dropping them off to get the ransom money.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally, but you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man, and by then, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? The shadows betray you, because the shadows belong to me. I own them. I'll lend them to you though.
I mean, before this mod, in order to stay immersed in the game, you really had to justify the lack of preparation in regards to the major factions not issuing patrols during wartime. And for me, I'd like to think that there was like this big meeting that went on with all the leaders and they were like brainstorming ideas, and one guy was like, yeah, we should probably have patrols around all the major cities so that we don't get killed in our sleep. And then someone just cut him off out of nowhere and was like, shut the fuck up, Gary! Gary didn't tell you guys, but he got humped last year by a chicken when he was down at the river trying to take a drink. All bent over and the chicken came out of nowhere. Now, do we really want to take our military advice by someone whose bum is likely pregnant with baby chickens? That was one time, and I stopped him before he came in my ass. And then he just runs off embarrassed, and everyone's like, okay. Wow. So no patrols then, huh? All right. And so nobody had patrols. And that's the story I tell myself when I wonder why there's no patrols in Skyrim. Now, if you look up when it's raining, the rain will temporarily blind your character. Now, I've tested this in real life, and looking up when it's raining will mess up your vision. It will even fuck up your day if you wander out into the middle of the street because you can't see shit. Whenever something dangerous happens and everyone starts getting all rambunctious, the vanilla NPCs all act dumbfounded and discombobulated like a toddler who farted for the very first time.
Oh my god, what was that? I think it came right out of my butt cheeks.
Now, I used to do a lot of hunting. I used to really be into it. Then one day, don't ask me how it happened, but the deer got a hold of the gun. And let's just say, he wouldn't listen to reason. Come on, Bambi. We can talk about this. Just give me the gun. Nobody needs to get hurt. Just give me... Okay, I'm cool. Relax, man. I'm cool. You're cool. We're all cool. Relax. Everyone's friends here. So that's why I stopped hunting. The hood offers much less protection than the ebony helmet, but I mean, that's kind of obvious. Hoods aren't meant for protection. They're meant to conceal your identity when you rob a quickie way for a pack of cigarettes.
Now, I will admit that this armor is unusual, but it's definitely not as unusual as that one guy that studies fighting techniques that nobody's ever heard of. This move is called the inverted caterpillar. It is as deadly as it is beautiful. I'm ready. Come at me, bro.
So you think you can dance, but can you do this? Exactly. That's what I thought.
I rate this mod 1 haircut that makes all the other barnyard animals jealous. Look at that fly as fuck looking bird over there. We'll never look like that. Jesus, what's that, a fucking $800 haircut?
Literally, I could probably do an entire Fallout video just about my dick. But not everyone would find that entertaining. Now, I've never been the type of person to appeal to the lowest common denominator. Like, I've never stopped in the middle of a comedy set, saw the person bitching in the corner, and was like, oh, hey, what's going on? Why are you sad? You're not into this? Alright, let's do a joke that you're into. How about we rip the nipples off of an innocent animal? Or maybe let's go drop kick an old lady down a flight of stairs. Would that appeal to you, you twisted son of a bitch? Maybe turn that serial killer frown upside down? Huh? Would that make you feel alright?
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
Now, not being able to see things is a serious disadvantage, which is why whenever I see a blind person walking down the street all willy-nilly, I always throw a basketball really hard at their face. Heads up, buddy! Just to make sure they're not faking it, because that would be awful and unacceptable social behavior. Now, one of the things that is so frightening about a zombie apocalypse are the zombies themselves. There are really two types of zombies. There's the fast as fuck zombies, like in 28 Days Later or in World War Z, which are terrifying and they just feel exhausting. I feel like there's no way I'd get away. They'd grab my leg, they'd snatch me up, and they'd eat my fucking brain. Now, I can remember back in the day when I thought that I was a superhero. I would get all dressed up in my tights and just go out late at night and throw jelly beans at suspicious-looking people. Yeah, take that!
Hey, buddy, what the hell?
Justice has been served! Now, the local paper had a name for me. They called me that lunatic with a handful of jelly beans. I mean, it didn't have the same ring to it as Iron Man or War Machine, but it was still my call sign. Now, I also asked the commissioner to make a fog light that just had the letters LWAHOJB on it, which is lunatic with a handful of jelly beans. He could just shine that up in the sky like the bat signal, and boom, I'd be there with a jar full of jelly beans. But I couldn't have a serious conversation with him because he just started freaking out, asking me how I ended up behind his shower curtains. So I just threw a bunch of jelly beans at him and left.
Ah, jelly beans!
But I'll tell you, this armor is more fun than a hungry gerbil and a butt full of peanut butter. I rate this mod 1 chicken smoking a cigarette.
Why am I smoking this? Because I want to.
I rate this mod 1 creepy tickling photograph. It's all fun and games until your weird Uncle Gary touches your penis. This will definitely help prevent you from running into a spider web in the dark, which is terrifying as fuck.
It's in my hair! It's in my hair!
I always thought it'd be a really interesting twist if Jason Voorhees was actually afraid of the dark.
Oh, fuck, what was that? Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Keep it together. Keep it together, Jason. Keep it together. Hello? Is anybody there? It's just the wind. It's just the wind. It's nothing. It's nothing. Just keep it together.
That it almost makes you forget that you moved in next to a guy addicted to Jet. Hey there, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, you got some fucking Jet, man? Oh, man, I'll do anything for some fucking Jet, man. I'll twist your nips, man. I'll fucking lick on your nips. Oh, man, I'll suck your wiener, man. If you don't give me some fucking Jet, man, I'm gonna smash my head against this fucking wall, man. I'm gonna fucking smash it, man. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, welcome to the neighborhood, man. Welcome to the neighborhood. Oh, good to meet you, man.
I really like your hat.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't never touch my hat.
I want to play a game. Wanderer, up until this point, you've spent your life scavenging for goods throughout the Commonwealth. Now, your salvation relies on your ability to scavenge. Taped to your face is a block of C4 explosives. In front of you are multiple boxes. Inside of one box there is an envelope. Inside of that envelope is a photo. On that photo is a picture of my cock and balls. Glued to that photo is a pair of scissors that will cut your tape and free you from the explosives. Choose wisely, as my erection won't last forever.
I rate this mod 1 very innovative parent. Now, who needs a seatbelt when you got scotch tape, right? You're fine back there, aren't you, little Billy? And Fallout, even with all its epic mods, has been lacking in the pump department. Well, no longer will you be pump free before a kill with this mod installed. Now you'll go from pumping your penis to pumping your weapon in a seamless concoction of sexuality and violence. That every time I'm downloading a new one, I get so excited I actually call my mother just to tell her about it. Yeah, I'm downloading it right now. No, a new one! I rate this mod 2 orca whales that are getting a little sexy.
I did not expect that to happen like that. I really expected to escape. That was my plan.
Hey Hancock, did you hear? We can jump out of planes now. It feels a lot like this. See, you're flying. You're flying. You're like a majestic 6-foot falcon. Or like a very deformed looking bald eagle. Embrace it.
When you hit the ground, tuck and roll.
Now this mod is just perfect for freeing dumb Brahmin from a prison when they're just too stupid to know they're not supposed to be there. Get out of here! Be free! Be free! You're free now! Go on, be free! You're free now! Get out of here, you fucking Brahmin! The fuck is the matter with you? Go now, you're free! Go frolic! Go frolic and be free! You're free, get the fuck out of here, this isn't a hotel. Go frolic, be free with your freeness. You're free now, you special guy. Go frolic and be free. Go frolic through the bushes. I rate this mod 14 consecutive text messages that confirm that new girl you're seeing is batshit crazy. You didn't answer, so I'm hanging outside your window looking through your blinds. What the fuck? Bitch, I live on the 12th floor. I once met Vin Diesel in real life, and I asked him about this gun. I wanted to know the physics behind it. So I pressed him pretty hard for it, and do you know what he said to me? I'll never forget it. He said, "What the fuck are you doing in my house?" Let's just say if I had a gun like this one, I would get a whole lot more respect at my neighbor's inflatable pool. Teach those sons of bitch kids to laugh at me, sons of bitch kids. I just couldn't wait to show my settlers how fucking big it is. Look how big it is, Mama Murphy. Hey, bro, he's got me hostage, man. Don't shoot, okay? Do you swear? Do you swear you won't shoot if we come out?
Yeah, man, I promise.
Damn, dude! You just shot your buddy!
Yeah, I didn't like him.
Hey, have you seen my cat?
I will answer your question with yet but another question. What is that over there? Say it later, fuckface! I mean, that's got sexual harassment just written all over it. You got some guy standing way too close to you in the fucking break room, just breathing hard on you. Can I help you with something? You're just really pretty and I wanted to smell your hair. I'll give you an example. I wore a homemade version of this armor in real life to the Walmart up the street from me. And people were all like, "Oh, gross, I can see his balls." So I was escorted out, like I said, ahead of its time. I'll see you later. I'm going now. Okay. I'm leaving. Okay. Bye. See ya. I'm going. Bye. Now, all of these weapons are single-shot rifles, so that means they're great for taking out enemies one at a time, but if you run into a group, things can get a little dicey. There's nowhere to run, buddy. You can run, but you can't hide. Oh, what the fuck? Oh.
Oh, shitty titty nipples. Oh, start the car. Start the car.
Now, this gun's even more fun than mentally abusing Preston Garvey.
Okay. What am I doing?
I want you to touch it.
Anything else?
With your mouth.
I'm glad to have the chance to return the favor. After all the help you gave me.
It was a joke, you sicko. I know what you're thinking. Could you fit this up your bum and smuggle it into a foreign country, you ask? Well, the answer is probably not, unless you got a really loose butthole, because this thing's got a ton of moving parts and it's pretty big.
This is the new Volkswagen.
Now, sometimes bigger isn't always better. Like, for instance, big titties are nice, but if you're running away from a guy wielding a chainsaw, then those babies would just be flapping in the wind, causing all sorts of drag. And that lunatic's gonna cut you up. But if that lady was flat-chested like a piece of plywood, then she'd be aerodynamic as fuck and be able to escape. Now, that no-titty loser might not get invited to prom, but at least she's alive. Not so tough now, are ya? Look at that big old hit to the foot. Yeah, take that hit to the foot, bitch. I rate this mod one gorilla who sees a toddler fall into his cage at the zoo.
Oh, this isn't gonna end well for me.
I rate this mod one photo of when someone tells you a secret that they probably shouldn't. Hey, you wanna hear a secret? The other day I fucking had sex with your wife. Yeah. Now, he may be little, but he does have a huge penis, which he uses to display dominance over other animals.
Who's your daddy, dog meat? Who's your fucking daddy, dog meat? Who is it? Who's your daddy?
I rate this mod one photo of Dr. Seuss's new book, How Nicole Kidman Stole Christmas. Let's face it, Sanctuary is one rusty nail away from making Dusty fucking Shithole a fatal disease. Before this mod, this is the type of place where you'd go to get raped. Wow, Baters, pump the brakes on the rape joke, man. Really? I find that shit offensive. My best friend's a rapist. Have you ever hit one of your settlers because they didn't look good? Do you ever smack them around because their scuzzy eyeballs make you madder than a bee's nest filled with cum? I know I have. Sometimes I don't even try to justify it. You think I like hitting you? Do ya? Well, actually I do. Look, I made a list of my favorite things to do, and hitting you's number 3, right under anal sex. Coincidence? I think not. I rate this mod one haircut that went terribly, terribly wrong. Seriously, I said it a little off the top. Now I look fucking ridiculous. I look like I live in a goddamn zoo. Bad textures are the worst. I'd like to think that Bethesda included them as like some sort of mistake or something, and that's acceptable, because we all make mistakes, right? That's why they put diapers on old people. Now, if we don't learn from our mistakes, then we're no better than Sean Spicer, right? I remember the first time that I farted too hard and I shit my pants by mistake. It really made last Thursday at work hard for me, with all my coworkers snickering and shit at me. See, I learned from that experience, though, and now I can honestly say it's been a full week since I shit myself. See, the great thing about fighting toddlers is you almost always win. They have almost no defense mechanisms whatsoever. They just sit there smiling at you and shit. Fucking TKO.
Come, gather round, children, gather round.
Are you gonna make us try to smell your dick again?
No, not this time, not this time.
What are you talking about, kid?
To go inside
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
You shut up, you little kid!
the house.
I will fucking kill you!
Yes.
Let me off this card, I'm gonna kill that little kid! Hey buddy, you alright? They hit you? Did they hit you in the face? You got 2 arrows, that's all you got? You're gigantic. You got 2 arrows? By the way, I can see your dick.
You need to be careful out there.
Careful, huh? Thanks, Skullbar. I'll remember that.
yeah. Oh shit, oh okay. Alright.
I rate this mod one fish that has no friends because he's weird as fuck.
Hey there, you little yellow fish guys. You wanna come hang out in my basement and draw me?
This outfit literally only covers the goodies, making it really hard to wear something like this to a kid's birthday party, especially if you show up uninvited.
I'm just expressing myself, Shelly. Why are you always trying to censor me?
Because my kids can see your balls.
Yeah, okay, but why else?
I rate this mod one really poor country's space program.
Okay, boys, we almost made the stratosphere that time. Reload.
This mod also comes with a unique armored horse waiting for you at the Whiterun stable. She's even a bit smarter than your average horse. Now, she can't do anything crazy like long division, but she won't just sit there licking her asshole when things get a little rambunctious. You know, maybe you can't find it, but it makes searching for it a whole lot more fun, right? It's like back when they used to have Easter egg hunts on Easter, and I used to just sit in the corner like, why would you just give me the fucking chocolate? I rate this mod one guy who's just escaped from prison.
I'm free! I'm free at last! You, sir, have been charged with the most heinous of crimes. Apparently you've been sneaking into people's rooms late at night and pressing your penis against their face until they wake. How do you plead?
Yeah, I did it. And I'd fucking do it again, see? Yeah, I'd do it again. I'm not afraid of you or your fucking buddies over there. Yeah, I'd do it again because it felt nice.
Yeah, I'm looking at you there, booger lips. I'm coming to your place tonight when this whole fucking thing blows over.
You are hereby found guilty and sentenced to trial by combat. May God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, is that the best you got? A little fucking whippy deathclaw?
Oh, no.
Do you remember those Heritage commercials? The Ideal Father was right on there. Remember that?
Little kid on there talking about Winnie the Pooh. Says the dumbest thing you ever heard. And the father just eats it up. Well, why Pooh, son? I don't know, just Winnie the Pooh. And he's like, oh, that's great. I'm going to write a story about it. In reality, like any father anywhere else would be like, I'm going to crush that dream right now. Okay, Winnie the Pooh? That doesn't make sense. What is... Did he come out of my ass? Did this bear come out of my ass? Why are we calling him Winnie the Pooh?
Tick Tick Boom with the $20 super chat. Tick Tick Boom, thank you so much for the $20 super chat, man. Very, very kind of you to do that. I really do appreciate it, man. I really, really appreciate it. Very, very nice of you. Tick Tick Boom, longtime supporter. Very cool guy. Very, very cool guy. So thank you so much, Tick Tick Boom, for the $20 super chat. Again, guys, I apologize for not talking a lot. Kind of in a low state right now. I don't want to talk about why I'm upset. Just upset me more. So I would just rather watch some of my old videos and try to get a couple giggles out of it, and hopefully that'll bring me up a little bit. But anyways, guys, I don't want this to be a sad sort of live stream. I'd rather it to be happy. So again, I'm not talking a lot, but at least we're having some fun watching some old videos, so that should be fun. Okay, so I'll pull another one up for you guys here. And for me, I'm enjoying these. This is pretty funny.
You told me you'd call me, but you never did.
Oh yeah, about that.
You will flip people off instead of throwing a grenade. This may seem like it doesn't have a ton of practical uses, but it really does. For example, you don't like that mailbox? Boom! Now it knows. Trash can Carla skanking up the joint? Got a prescription for that too. Boom! Take 2 a day and get a full night's rest. You want to make super mutants your bitch? One for you, and especially one for you. Or maybe you want to give Preston Garvey a reason to cry himself to sleep every night.
Hey, Preston! Yeah, the Minutemen are a bunch of bitches! Take a look at this! Yeah!
Why? Why? He's right. They fucking are a bunch of bitches.
I got skills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the firepower you're supplying is pretty sweet. I rate this mod that one guy who dies at the start of every natural disaster movie ever made.
Just gonna go down here in this dark, super lonely cave and check out what's causing all this pressure. Looks like I found the culprit. Oh, fuck!
Welcome to a journey you've never imagined. Welcome to Arabia, Saudi.
Is that supposed to make me want to go to Saudi Arabia?
I rate this mod one football player who has a really hard time wearing helmets.
I think I got it this time, fellas. Go, team, go!
This gun is more interesting than a person who abducts aliens. What do we have here? Looks like somebody's lost.
Phone home.
Yeah, about that. I'm gonna stick so many things inside of your bumhole. You're gonna wish you never even heard of Earth, buddy.
Do it, Anakin. Do it, Anakin. Kill him! Kill him, Anakin! Let the hate flow through you! Good, Anakin. Let the hate flow through you.
It felt dirty.
I think I need a shower.
I rate this mod one guy who thinks he's an ostrich.
I feel safe in here. I feel like my head is protected, and so my entire body's protected.
For instance, this is the perfect vehicle for that one guy who's had like 1,000 accidents, but still somehow has a license.
Oh my god, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. Not again. Oh god. I gotta get out of here. Oh fuck.
This is bad. It's this type of journalistic criticism that really makes a creator sit back and think, what does this fellow mean? Does he mean that the video's bad, the jokes are bad, the channel, the internet itself, YouTube as a whole, his life? Is he trying to reach out but only has a limited number of characters in which to do so? Like maybe he's trapped in a basement somewhere with a broken keyboard that only has THISBAD on it. Or maybe he has brain damage and only has 3 words in his lexicon. He's like the pessimistic personification of Groot off of Guardians of the Galaxy. That would actually be pretty cool. This is bad.
I am Groot.
This is bad.
I am Groot.
This is bad.
I am Groot.
Now every door will be shut like that mystery room at the military base that says do not enter. Hey, I wonder what's in here.
You're free, E.T. Run!
I rate this mod one kid with a really big bike helmet.
Safety first, guys!
Now, if I were king, I would like to think that not only would I be a just, but I would be a modest king. Like, for instance, I would only have one stable boy, rather than the typical 4, whom I would still beat uncontrollably. But sometimes I would pretend like I wasn't gonna beat him, but then I still would. I would beat that stable boy until my arms hurt. Because that's my right as king. To beat defenseless stable boys. I rate this mod the look you give the guy who keeps trying to talk to you on the bus about his personal shit.
Yeah, the doctor said it could be contagious. You wanna touch it?
No. No, I fucking don't.
However, I wouldn't necessarily call this vehicle immersive, as it fits in as good to the GTA environment as an illiterate kid at a spelling bee.
Shut the fuck up, Timmy, and go home. You're not fooling anyone.
Why can't anyone just be normal anymore? Well, define normal, because last time I checked, it meant conforming to a standard, usually typical or expected, implying that normal is a construct of mass and position. For example, driving on the left side of the road is normal in the United Kingdom, whereas in the United States, it's normal to drive on the right side of the road. This means that population defines the standard. So by that logic, you just came into a community of 50,000 people and told them they were all driving on the wrong side of the road. And then you said, why can't anyone be normal? You just need to find your group, man. Might I suggest starting a listing that says boring people who can't laugh because they think they're too normal? Should be a hit on Craigslist. You guys can build your own community where you all sit around and talk about being normal and how fucking normal you are when you're getting in accidents on the wrong side of the road. Idiots! Gather around, people, gather around and watch me disappear.
Where did he fucking go? Here I am! What the fuck? Oh, that scared me so bad. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna clean the tears and shit off my body. Thank you for that horrifying display of magic.
Just approach an NPC and aim at him or her and you'll be able to abduct them. Just like this.
No! Don't shoot! I'll do anything!
Anything you say, huh? Well, I want you to suck on my wiener.
Wait, what?
I rate this mod one guy who thinks he's an astronaut, but he gets dizzy walking up the stairs.
Oopsie, I missed one.
Now this mod adds a very convincing top-fueled dragster to the game that both looks the part as well as functions the part. Just look at all the goddamn buttons on this steering wheel. I don't know about you guys, that looks like a lot of buttons. I would definitely be disappointed if I bought a race car now and it didn't have at least this many buttons. You know, there's even a button here that pushes your face down to your ass crack just before you hit a wall at 1 billion miles an hour so you can kiss your ass cheeks goodbye. How thoughtful is that? That's amazing. I remember the first time I shot a gun like this in real life. I mean, it would have been a lot more fun if the teller at the bank didn't keep screaming, I got kids, please don't, I got kids, blah, 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 fucking blah.
Talk about a buzzkill, man. Totally ruined the mood for me.
Which is more terrifying than that one time I was on a plane and the pilot came on the overhead speaker with an urgent announcement.
Attention all passengers, this is your captain speaking. We have handed out knives to all the stewardesses, and they will be going around now stabbing our randomly selected third-class passengers. Thank you for flying United Airlines.
And for those mean teenagers at the public pool who said water wings are for toddlers, fuck you guys! Not everybody was benefited with the God-given gift of buoyancy. You wouldn't pick on a fish in a wheelchair, would ya? It's basically the same thing. I rate this mod one bear at the zoo showing off.
Are you seeing this? I'm flexible as fuck right here. Look at this. Can the giraffe do this? Fuck no.
You're as funny as my left nut. This comment didn't even upset me. It just got me really excited. I feel like this guy should be touring with the circus or something. He's got a talking left nut. He's not taking advantage of it. Instead, he's sitting here on the internet telling me about it. He should be out there optimizing his situation, maybe making a couple bucks. How many people do you know with a talking left nut? I don't know any, let alone ones that tell jokes. That's amazing. That's incredible. I rate this mod one crazy cat that literally thinks it's a couch.
I am a sofa. Relax on me.
Like when they suddenly decided one day that Pluto wasn't a planet anymore. No one told me until security had to escort me out of the building at a local 4th grade science fair. You can't just get rid of a planet, Billy! You're not the fucking Death Star! I rate this mod one monkey who found out Planet of the Apes isn't real.
What do you mean it isn't real? We're stuck here? Is that what you're telling me?
Just look at this lady, for example. She doesn't know it yet, but she's about to be the victim of a violent crime.
We got ourselves a runner. I'm gonna get ya. Ah, I'm right behind you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, you're fucked now.
Oh, no. What the?
Reloading these weapons makes me happier than Bill Cosby finding an unconscious female. I rate this mod one maniacal evil baby genius.
You'll never escape this time, Bond. Not ever! Oh, it's less funny now. It's less funny. Oh, God.
You probably just think that people don't know what ragdoll means because you didn't before you found that mod. P.S. Most people that I know what ragdoll means. You must have some really sophisticated friends, buddy, because my best friend's a blow-up doll, and I can assure you, she doesn't know shit, other than how to please me in ways that would only confuse and frighten you. For instance, imagine you were the first person to ever see an alien, and just as that alien was about to get sucked back up into its spaceship, it walked over to you and kissed you right on the tip of your penis. No one would believe that story. No one at all. No one would believe a story about an extraterrestrial dick kisser from outer space. Before you know it, you'll be having so much fun, you'll be covered in blood and fur, and you won't be able to look your 12-year-old daughter in the eye anymore when the house pet goes missing.
Teddy? Where's Whiskers?
These two chummy bastards walking down the street without a hall pass. Not today! I rate this mod one squirrel who loves licking pussy.
Hey, baby, you ever been tongue fucked by a rodent?
I want my enchanted weapons to be like my milkshake. Because my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, what the fuck is that thing? It's my penis. I rate this mod two superheroes that didn't get picked up by Marvel. Because they just gave out way too many rapey vibes. Like for instance that one buddy who shot off to that super smart ape and caused Planet of the Apes.
You want a banana? You want a banana, dummy? I didn't mean it, I'm so sorry.
Now you'll be able to destroy all those who oppose you with grace and finesse.
Get over here, you winged bastard! Stop moving, you slippery little demon! Yeah, you better run! Tell your friends about me!
Why are all your jokes sexual? Are you a virgin? What's with all your questions about sexual jokes? Are you a panda bear? That's about how much sense your question actually makes. You try too hard to be funny. ... Success is often attributed to the application of effort. Saying someone is trying too hard at something and therefore failing at it is a contradiction in and of itself. A person has to try in order to achieve, especially in regards to humor. If a person was funny but wasn't trying to tell a joke, that means they are the joke. Therefore, your statement is saying the lack of effort and the application both lead to the same conclusion, that the person telling the joke is oblivious to the humor. That, sir, is fallible, right down to its very core. Your reasoning lacks all discernible logic and makes every comedian out to be an oblivious idiot. I suppose you're the kind of person that likes to hang out at the Lakers game, and when they score a three-pointer, you boo uncontrollably because they put in too much effort. Now, this comment might have made sense, but you were trying too hard to seem better than other people. Better luck next time, fuckboy.
Oh my god!
Police! Let go of the hostage!
Another video down. Wow. Are you guys having fun yet? There's some pretty funny videos though, right? I wish I had more collection videos, like more funny gameplay moment videos to go through. That's good when you have more of those. Do I have any other collection videos? Anything else that would be like just a lot of funny all in one? Oh, I know. Let's watch some old stand-up of mine. Let's do that. That might be funny.
How you doing, folks? What's going on? Woo! All right. Calm down.
Go, Brendan.
Thanks. So I watched The Ring recently, not because I wanted to, but because my friend told me that I wasn't brave enough to do it. So he dared me to do it. And so he was like, oh man, what are you scared? You scared to watch The Ring, man? It's about a little girl with a phone. You afraid of a little girl with a phone? I was like, how big's the phone? Oh God. And I did watch the movie and I liked it because like she'll warn you. She'll call you up and she'll be like, 7 days. Thank you so much. I can get stuff done in 7 days. That's a thoughtful serial killer, isn't it? It's really polite. She's like, well, I want to kill them, but I don't want to show up unannounced. I got pulled over last night. It was 2:30 in the morning, the cop pulled me over. Apparently I forgot to signal when I was turning. I didn't even know that was against the law. Like, if that's against the law, I mean, then you should be able to go to prison for that, right? Like, I mean, eventually. Like, can you imagine that? Imagine sitting in the cell and the guy next to you, he's like in there for like murder or like fucking, you know, robbing a bank or something, and he looks at you and he's like, so what are you in for? Well, I like to turn without telling people. Didn't even see that coming, did you? Surprised? He's out of his mind! Oh, jeez. I don't know, this is like the newest thing, the newest craze on the internet, status updates. It's like the big thing, apparently. And I don't understand why, because it's not even entertaining. You know, I read a status update the other day. It was, Sarah is eating. People read this and they enjoy it. I was like, come on, spice it up a little bit, Sarah. Come on. Put Sarah is eating glass. Then people will be like, oh my god, why is she eating glass? Does Sarah not know glass is not edible? Someone should call Sarah right now. Be like, Sarah, listen, you shouldn't do that. You're like, you're gonna bleed from the mouth. I don't understand it. I walked into a room, it doesn't matter what room, because I'm lying. But I walked into a room, and I was sitting in there, and are you with me so far? I had a conversation with my girlfriend recently. She told me she had body dysmorphia, so I looked it up, Googled it. Oh, that's what that is. All right. Yeah, so apparently it's like when you feel shitty about yourself, even though you're awesome. But, so I looked into it and I was like, apparently the reason why people have body dysmorphia is because of like the toys and stuff they get as children. You know, they got like G.I. Joe and Barbie who are like, you know, beautiful and stuff. I mean, you never see a kid playing with like an average looking toy. You never see a kid running up the street with like a Rosie O'Donnell doll, right? Look at this. You know what I mean? And magazines are no better, right? I read the other day an article that a model named Philippa Hamilton got fired from Ralph Lauren for being 120 pounds, being overweight. How did that employee assessment go down? Were they like, yeah, Philippa, come in for a second. Sit down. It's like, oh, it's part of my job. We're gonna have to let you go. What? Why? Apparently you've been eating, so... One, sometimes even 2 meals a day? Do you even want to be beautiful anymore, Philippa? You can't even fit in children's clothing anymore. My buddy the other day told me that he had, my buddy Kyle, he told me he had put me down as one of his emergency contact numbers at work. I was like, whoa, wait a second. Shouldn't everyone's emergency contact number be 911? What? I don't think I'm qualified for that kind of phone call. Phone rings. Ring, ring, ring. Hello?
Yeah, Brennan, there's been an accident. Kyle's down here and he's bleeding profusely.
Okay, goodbye. What am I gonna say? Okay, do you got some Band-Aids around? Do you got any Band-Aids? What about a wet towel? Is there a wet towel? Find a wet towel. Tylenol, maybe. Do you guys got Tylenol? Advil? Anything like that? Does anyone know how to drive? Because I think a hospital at this point would probably be the best bet. I really felt like saying, like, I mean, getting on the phone with him and being like, okay, can you put Kyle on the phone? Yeah, Kyle, yeah, I don't think I'm the right person for this phone call. I don't think.
Have you tried the power of Persil Pro Clean? It fights tough stains, and as the UV light reveals, even invisible dirt. That's a deep clean. Available with Oxy Power.
I had to fly recently, and what is it about stewardess? They always want to give you statistics about flying that are supposed to settle you down. She came up to me, I was sitting there, and she was like, oh, you're scared? Well, they say you're 80% more likely to die in a car accident than on a plane. Really? I'm gonna sleep through the whole trip now. Thank you so much. What the fuck? The one thing she was forgetting is that people like actually survive car crashes. No one gets out of a plane crash going, whoa. That was fucking close, man. Shit. Oh, I got a cut. Oh. Doesn't fucking happen, does it? And there's always like unsettling things going on the plane too, right? Like there's always a baby crying, and that's extra scary for me because I'm like, what the fuck does that baby know that I don't?
And you can't talk to the stewardess about it, you sound ridiculous. You're like, stewardess, come here. Come here. How do you talk to you? Come here. What the fuck is that baby crying about? No, don't walk away from me, come here. Seriously. Did you not tell me something? Are we missing an engine? What's going on? This baby knows something. Figure it out. Figure it out. What the fun. And they always lie to you on the plane, right? They lie to you, they tell you all these things, and you know that's not true, right? Oh, sorry, we had a little bit of turbulence. Yeah, it was fucking turbulence. I saw the other plane. Turbulence. But I think it's because if they tell you the truth, you're going to be that much more frightened. You know what I mean? Imagine if the captain came on the PA and he was like, "Attention all passengers, this is your captain speaking. All the engines on the plane just shut off. We don't know why. We're hoping to figure it out. If anyone would like to volunteer and go out on the wing of the plane and just shuffle around, that'd be great." Never fucking happens like that, does it?
I was watching another thing on TV the other day. It was when animals attack. Had a lady on there that had been mauled by a bear. And they were like, the interviewer was asking her these like stupid questions. The first question, she was like, so why do you think the bear attacked you? The lady was like, I don't know, because I was close to a fucking bear. What did she expect her to say? I cut the bear off in traffic. He was a bit angry. I take it, you know, like, he was upset.
Next question they asked her was, did you provoke the bear? Yeah, I did. Every now and again I like to go into the woods, just look around, find a fucking bear that's shitting in a bush, and flick him in the eye. What now? No, I didn't provoke the bear. The last question they asked her was, if the bear were here right now, would you forgive the bear for what he did? Yes, I would. He was drinking. He didn't mean it. I didn't make dinner the way he wanted me to. What the fuck? No, I don't forgive the bear. God. And then one last thing is they had a special guest. They were like, "And we got someone special for you here today, the bear." And it came out and fucking ate the girl. It was a really good show. Just watch it. It's really good.
I know the audio is old on that one, guys, so that's a bit of a bummer. But also, I missed the super chat from Robert, aka Saibu. Robert, thank you so much for the $20 super chat, man. Very, very kind of you to do that. You and Anne-Marie are absolutely wonderful. They've donated over $5,000, guys. They donate on Patreon at $50 a month. They're both sponsors here on YouTube, and they're both moderators for me as well. Very, very nice people. So, Rob, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Very kind of you. And sorry, I didn't see it sooner. Let's check out this video. This is one of my favorite videos, so I think it will make me laugh, and maybe it will make you guys laugh. We'll see, but it's one of my favorites, so let's give it a go.
I can't believe they're gonna pay us.
Hi there, boys and girls and family pets that accidentally hit the spacebar. I'll be your Captain Pool this evening as we traverse the kinky underballs of Fallout's hottest creatures. Remember, if you like this video, to tap that like button. Likes are like this weird form of currency. They make me feel warm inside, like hot cocoa on Christmas or a blanket fresh from the dryer, or that sensation of having your butthole over one of those hot tub jets. You know, just warm, wholesome, fuzzy feelings all around. All right, now everybody fasten your seatbelts, put your tray tables in their upright positions, and remember, it's not polite to accidentally poke someone with your boner. Because we're about to get to Average Bait. Here we have the rad scorpion. Now, there are 6 types of giant scorpions in Fallout, maybe more, all of which can be found in the deepest, darkest corners of my nightmares. Scorpions are closely related to other bugs, usually big gross ones with wet, crusty faces. Like other gigantic insects, the rad scorpions are capable of incredible feats of strength. They can lift many times their body weight, move heavy boxes without wheezing and gasping for air, and they can crush pop cans with ease. They've got big claws, too many eyes, and a big old poison butt trunk for stinging faces. Now, if you encounter this creature in the wild, under no circumstances should you try to suck on one of its eyeballs. It will freak out and get extremely aggressive. I should know. That's how my Uncle Petey got pregnant. Or that's what he kept screaming as they dragged him off to a home. Who fucking knows what happened to him? The rad scorpion is basically a scorpion that got supercharged with the FEV virus. It's a juiced up junkie with a super bad attitude. And yet my bathroom mirror gets all steamed up when I think about it. The rad scorpion is also known by its scientific name, Scarus pupus autobibutus. Now the rad scorpion prefers warm climates and dark crevices, mainly because they're fuck ugly. They also burrow underground as a defense mechanism and then pop up somewhere else, just like those fat worms that tried to eat Kevin Bacon. Yeah. They're just an all-around fucking nightmare here in Fallout 4, and I can't get enough of them! Here we have the Gulper. Now, the Gulper's top speed is 42 kilometers per hour. This was discovered by a very frightened teenager whose motorized scooter could only reach 41 kilometers per hour. Gulpers sometimes go by other names like Mud Puppy, Water Dog, Spring Lizard, or Big Eddie. Like, oh my god, look at that Big Eddie over there! You know, typical nameology, really. Now, the word Gulper comes from the Greek word gulp, which means to suck loudly, which some believe is the only way. Now, if you encounter a Gulper in the wild, it's important to remain calm. Start up a dialogue with the big weirdo. Convince it that eating you won't fill the hole that was made in its life when its dad left for a carton of cigarettes and never came back. If that doesn't work, you can always try extreme violence! I find that to be my sweet spot. The Gulper, named after what it will do on the first date. It'll gulp on your no-no spots. Translation, it puts out. The Gulper is really insecure because it looks like a giant ugly salamander with pillowy lips. Now these mud puppies got some secrets behind those giant Steve Buscemi's, and those secrets lead to insecurity, and that insecurity leads the Gulper to being a real skank in the bedroom. It'll lick your chota for half a Jolly Rancher, if you know what I mean. The Gulper has a way of always looking like it lost a contact lens on the ground, which is kind of weird. Now, despite looking like it doesn't know what the fuck is going on half the time, the Gulper can be really dangerous in the wild, especially if you cover your entire body in chocolate sauce and punch it repeatedly in the tip of its penis. Or so I'm told. I wouldn't know anything about that. Here we have the mole miner. Now, if you ever cross paths with a mole miner, it's important not to look directly at it, as they might view that as a threat. It's also important not to avoid looking at it, as they might get the impression you think you're better than them. Just try to blink uncontrollably and roll your eyes around like a lunatic, just like when I'm trying to get out of jury duty. Also, if you're really trying to get out of jury duty, you can always ask them where is a good place to tie up your pet rock, or if they can tell the difference between normal Kool-Aid or poison Kool-Aid just by looking at it. Mole miners might look weird and creepy, but that's because they are. They're that weirdo that goes to parties and stays in a stranger's bathroom sniffing their towels and rubbing hand sanitizer on their nipples. Now, you might think this vertically challenged asthma attack waiting to happen wouldn't be much of a threat, but think again. Just because this thing's only match on Match.com is a catfishing trucker named Sweaty Balls Barry doesn't mean it's not a real villain. This cosmetically retarded giant gopher person can really throw hands if you back it into a corner or try to make prolonged eye contact. Now, the legend has it if the mole miner pokes its head out of its dark underground lair and sees its shadow, then there will be 3 more weeks of late-night phone calls that only consist of heavy breathing and an overwhelming feeling that you're being admired from a distance. Now, this guy's got creepy stalker weirdo written all over his ominous breathing apparatus. He just milks the tits of precautionary restraining order, doesn't he? Now, I bet if you bought him a Snickers bar, he'd have a whole chapter dedicated to you in his diary to compliment his photo collage and locket of hair that he obtained while you slept. He just gives me the heebie-jeebies, so I'm as surprised as you are to find out that that really gives me a boner. Here we have the Grafton Monster. Now, the Grafton Monster, known most notably for fighting the Ghostbusters after Sigourney Weaver got all horny for the Keymaster, is seen here just putting it all out there. Most people think marshmallows are pacifists because they're all soft and pillowy, but turns out they're mean as fuck. See, this is why you should never meet your heroes. I always find it's better to watch them from afar, in the bushes, with some binocs. The Grafted Monster is a giant white monster. It doesn't appear to have a face, but that doesn't stop it from laughing its way to the top of the socioeconomic food chain. Like most white monsters, it's able to flourish because it's not bogged down with racial injustice. It's super white, It looks like it fell in a giant vat of Colgate Total and really left an impression on 4 out of 5 dentists. The Grafton is so white that it can't be physically pulled over by police. Now, the Grafted Monster was the first mythological creature I ever let inside of me. 2 fingers and a thumb. Think about it. Now, the Grafted Monster prefers to lurk in the shadows, just like Bigfoot, only popping out to pose for out-of-focus photographers. The Grafted Monster is what happens when you piss off a marshmallow on steroids. Now, it doesn't seem to have any discernible features, which makes it great for role-playing as a giant angry pillow. The Grafted Monster is known for being a big angry fuck. The Grafted Monster is a mythological creature based on West Virginian folklore. The story goes that a reporter saw this disfigured snowman just skulking about by the river. He then went into town and told everyone about it, and they did what any logical town would do with that sort of information. They gathered up all their weapons and went out trying to hunt or capture this possible super dangerous creature with like sporks and spoons and shit. Needless to say, they didn't find him because he isn't real, just like Santa's elves, Harry Potter, or Daniel Radcliffe. And here we have Trash Can Carla. Now, I try to only date women who've been named after waste disposal systems. You know, you've got Trash Can Carla, Dirty Diaper Delilah, Toilet Seat Susan, Garbage Bag Betty, Outhouse Hillary, Urinal Cake Kathy, and my absolute favorite, Soggy Dumpster Donna. Yeah, Trash Can Carla might be a homeless merchant that smells like feta cheese dipped in ass, but boy, is she a good listener. Now, it's hard to believe that in just 3 short years she went from blowing Mylarks to selling garbage to real people. Now, she's a real inspiration to all those little skanks out there. Now, most people don't know this, but Trash Can Carla had a twin who she stabbed in utero. Where she got the knife still remains a mystery to this very day. Now, the great thing about Carla is that she gives all the other merchants in the Commonwealth a rock bottom by which to compare themselves. And that there is a beautiful thing. Now, Trash Can Carla is also a chain smoker. And let's face it, there's nothing more attractive than a dirty front bum that reeks of nicotine. Oh my god! Christmas came early this year. Here we have the frog, or toad, or whatever the fuck this thing is. You know how in fairy tales when the princess kisses the frog and they turn into a prince, and they both live happily ever after with a cool story to tell their grandkids? Well, in reality, if you kiss frogs, then you're just a creepy weirdo that they don't let feed the ducks at the park. Besides, most frogs are slimy, big-eyed, jumpy freaks. Except for this frog. This one in particular has got a great personality and loves to cuddle. Frogs are amphibious creatures, which I believe means they're able to read minds. Now, the male frog can be distinguished from the female frog by a small swelling that appears on one of its toes during mating season. That, or by its big old floppy penis. Now, frogs tend to breed in the spring, and their mating takes place in shallow pools of water. Basically, they like to fuck in puddles. But who doesn't, am I right? Yeah. Now, you would think that big frogs wouldn't be that upsetting in the post-apocalypse. Well, think again. Because they are. They're super upsetting. Look at them. They're all big and slimy and gross as fuck. But man, they make me feel things, you know? Weird, I'm not sure I'm comfortable admitting them on the internet kind of things, you know? Here we have the Mylar Queen. Now, the Mylar Queen has type 3 diabetes. She was the very first one to get it. Apparently, it's a very rare form of diabetes that only affects really gross sea royalty. The Mylar Queen reaches her age of sexual maturity during the winter solstice, when the nights are at their darkest and the eligible bachelors are at their drunkest. You know, real fairy tale prerequisites. The Mylar Queen is a crustacean, similar to a really ugly crab or a piece of sea barnacle that makes you throw up in your mouth when you look right at it. Now, the Lurk Queen can usually be found skulking about under some sea garbage somewhere, or catfishing some unlucky pervert on a cheap dating app. Now, experts say if you're ever attacked by a Mylar Queen, just ask her to borrow some money, and she'll vanish into fat air. The Mylar Queen hunts by hiding in a dark hole or beneath some sea garbage in the water. Then she pops out and snatches her prey, while at the same time remaining hidden from her natural predators. But what could scare this big mama, you're likely wondering, because she's so big? Well, Mylar Queens are afraid of meteorites, nuclear warheads, and tiny spiders because they're icky. The Mylar Queen looks super aggressive because she is. If you approach her, talk to her, or even wave your penis at her from a distance, she will get extremely aggressive. The Mylar Queen seen here putting it all out there for her Tinder profile pic. Now, I'm not saying she's a slut, but this photo sure does make my dick hard. The Mylar Queen is the leader of all sloppy crustaceans, As royalty, she waves to tourists, hoards priceless jewels, and shits out little babies to fight for her when she feels threatened. You know, typical royalty stuff. She's really the belle of the ball in the looks department, too. She's got slime and gunk just dripping off her, and she's got this weird, gooey eye for a face. She also has a bunch of extra arms that always look like they're hacking into an imaginary supercomputer. Let's just say she's a keeper. It's too bad she's taken. It really is too bad. Here we have the Mylar King. As you'll notice from his tiny frame and soy boy status, he doesn't wear the pants in his relationship with the Mylar Queen. She's humongous, and he's second string on the swim team. I'm not calling her fat, I'm just saying it's unlikely she shares the mashed potatoes during dinner. The Mylar King is malnourished and unable to make financial decisions without his wife's signature. He's hit rock bottom and it shows. Now this Mylark is in an abusive relationship with the Mylar Queen. Whenever they go out to a restaurant to eat, she'll order a 6-pound steak and order him the salad. Then she'll eat his salad while maintaining eye contact the whole time. The National Wildlife Association classified the Mylar King as an endangered species after taking just one look at the Mylar Queen. The Mylar King is a soy boy beta cuck who cries in the bathtub because his wife picks him up by the nipples and his kids won't look him in the eyes anymore during dinner. Now this Mylark's favorite food is anything that the Mylar Queen hasn't already eaten. Seriously, he's incredibly malnourished because she doesn't share during mealtime, which based on her type 3 diabetes would be pretty much all the time. Now the Mylar King's natural predator in the wild is the Mylar Queen when she hasn't eaten for a few hours. Or when she's had too many white wine spritzers at brunch. That's right, kids. She'll just eat him if he's not careful. You imagine that? The Mylar Queen just lying next to you the whole time, hungry as fuck with that heavy breathing. Just thinking, you know, maybe you're next. The Mylar King is one of the heaviest mutated manfish known in the post-apocalypse. It can weigh up to 400 pounds, which is as heavy as a really fat person. Mylar Kings are sometimes referred to as disgusting man lizards or gross water goblins. Now, most people don't know this about Mylar Kings, but they grow larger through a process called growing, where their bodies just get bigger over time. Yeah. Now, Mylar Kings are closely related to sea garbage, in that they look like weird ocean turds and smell like a bag of dicks. Fun fact about Mylar Kings, they actually can't swim. It's why they're always skulking about in shallow water. If they can't touch bottom, they'll start freaking out, screaming and splashing frantically until they pass out and drown. That's right, folks. They suck as sea creatures, but boy, do they fill the gap in my panties. Here we have Senators. Senators are what happens when D students try to play God. Now, some people wonder, why are Senators so aggressive? Well, they're ornery because they have disproportionate medulla oblongatas. That, or because they have a human hand coming out of their butthole. If it was me, I'd be more upset about the second one. Senators do not migrate during the summer or the winter. They sort of stay in one place because they're lazy as fuck. The Senator's habitat depends on what kind of Senator it is. Is it to pop out of some bushes kind of gooey-like freak? Or maybe it's to tickle your feet at the end of your bed kind of grotesque pervert creature. Sky's the limit here with these lab accidents come to life. Now this is what happens when you ask a mad scientist what they'll do for a Klondike bar. A myth about Senators is that they can smell your fear. This isn't true unless you shit yourself. If you shit yourself, it's a pretty big sign that maybe you're in a vulnerable state right now. At the very least, your day's not going how you planned it. The Senators got everything you could want out of a disfigured blob of assorted freaks. It's got a bunch of hands, fingers, toes, multiple heads, a weird girthy body tail, and multiple tongues to really ramp things up in the bedroom. Oh yeah, look at those tongues. Yes, I'll take another. Now, Senators remind me of John Carpenter's The Thing, because their features lack all discernible efficiency, and they're super gross. Kinda looks like a plastic creature that got all melted and shit on a really hot day. Now that, kids, is why you shouldn't leave things out in the smoldering heat on a midsummer afternoon, because it will get all sweaty and melted. Senators are also known by their scientific name. Oh my god! What is that thing? This thing's like a bad children's drawing come to life. It makes no sense, yet I want to mount it on my refrigerator with magnets. What's that all about? Thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to bitch slap that subscribe button like it's 3 weeks behind on your rent.
Oh my god, we are burning through these videos. Burning through the videos. Let me think. What's another all funny video? Something that's funny all the way. Ooh, I know what's a funny video. This would be a funny video. Which one's better, 25 or 50? I think I did. Didn't I do 50 first? Let's see, what's this one start with?
What do you think? Finding joy in the journey.
How you doing there, folks? It's like a plus 10.
This video usually makes me laugh. It's a good one.
How you doing there?
We're gonna skip ahead a little bit though. We don't need to watch the intro.
Now, southwest of LeCay in the bayou, if you come here at night, you might find a lady who looks like the girl from The Ring, bawling her eyes out in the mud like a well-adjusted human person. Now, if you decide to put on your Good Samaritan panties and attempt to console the crying lady, she'll stand up and try to stab you in the eyes. But wait, that's not all you win for attempting to be a good person in this creepy night swamp. No. There's also 3 more Hills Have Eyes looking motherfuckers just lurking in the bushes who try to stab and or murder you for trying to help a blabbering lady child keep her together. Now, I'm not sure if this is a nod to Undead Nightmare or just some creepy Rockstar wanted to put in the game. Either way, it's best to stay away from crying ladies at night. You see a crying lady, you walk the other way. Now in the hills to the northwest of Fort Wallace in the grizzly east region of Amberino, you can find a little hut which appears to be lived in. Oh, and what's that? A strange boiling liquid in the corner? Don't mind if I do. Oh god, not again. And that was the 3rd time I got sexually molested. It appears that this little hut here was a witch's hut. So whatever you do, don't eat the soup because it's riddled with regrets, trust me. You think you're about to sit down to some chunky chicken noodle, and before you know it, you wake up in the bushes pregnant, covered in jizz. I don't know about you guys, but when I see a bumbling, mysterious liquid, I think that should be in my tummy right now, and I gobble it down. Suffice it to say, it's gotten me in some trouble in the past, so I wouldn't recommend it. No siree, Bob. Now, northwest of Rhodes, where the tracks meet the road, is where you might catch a glimpse of the next haunting little secret. Now, if you come by at night, you might see a ghost train choo-choo-chewing up the tracks like a fluffy, cloud-like caravan. Come to think of it, I would probably ride a ghost train, but I wouldn't be caught dead on a ghost plane. Honestly, I would feel a bit unsafe. How are you going to convince me a plane's safe when it's made out of ghost? It's like definitive proof it's not safe. But I'd still ride that f***ing train. Pull on the big whistle and everything because I'm a savage. Located in Grizzly's East Amberino, you'll find a little house built into the hillside, just like the houses in the Shire that the hobbits lived in. And I hear if you place a picture of Frodo in front of the window and listen closely, you might hear Samwise Gamgee cream in his panties. Yeah. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust them hobbitses. No, not as far as I can throw them. Mainly because they'll steal your jewelry and they'll toss it in a volcano. Or worst case scenario, dry hump it in a cave for the better part of a century. Either way, that jewelry is not something you're going to want back to show off to your girlfriends anytime soon. West of Blue Water Marsh, there is a barn door that says "Stay Out Plague," which leads me to believe the Black Plague actually lives in that barn. Probably pays rent and everything. Put the damage deposit down plus first and last month's rent, so that plague isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Best not to open those doors, peoples, unless you want to get a face full of scabies. This is actually a reference to The Walking Dead when Herschel would lock the undead in his barn thinking they just needed some time to cool off and that their hair and skin would grow back. Herschel figured the undead just needed a little convalescing and they'd be right as rain. Eventually the rest of the group boarded up the barn and slapped good old Herschel's quarantine strategy and wrote on the barn door, "Dead inside," or something along those lines. It's been a while since I seen The Walking Dead. I mean, I stopped watching when I realized it sucked. Either way, this is a really cool little bar. Located in Big Valley, West Elizabeth, we have a dead person in what appears to be a faulty flying contraption. I say faulty because of the dead person. I think we can rule out Sully as the pilot here, because he would have landed it safely on the Hudson River. Now, this probably seemed like a good idea at the time, right? A couple of beers later, it seemed like a great idea. Now, this might have been a failure to launch, but it was a stepping stone in the right direction, okay? It's experiments like this are what got chimpanzees in outer space, people, okay? They laughed at Louis Armstrong when he said he wanted to walk on the moon. Now he's up there laughing at them. Now, just across the street from the Undertakers in Armadillo at the back of the building, Landon Ricketts, the old bird gunfighter from Red Dead Redemption, makes a cameo appearance on his own gunslinging playing card. He's way younger looking, though. Definitely doesn't have that crusty old man glimmer in his eyes anymore, does he? You know, the glimmer old people get from being so old? People don't expect all from them anymore. You know, that liberating kind of old. He looks good here. You know, he looks perky. He doesn't look as weathered. Anyways, Landon is also mentioned a couple times in the story as well, paying homage to his gunfighting abilities, setting the bar by which other outlaws are compared. He is truly a characteristic of the Old West. West of Brandywine Drop is what appears to be the landing site of a big old hairy meteorite. Now, I couldn't tell for sure what it was, so I got really close and I licked it. Now, putting it in my mouth told me two things for certain. One is asteroids taste like really big rocks, and two, giant rocks from space don't kiss back. No, they do not. It's a very one-sided relationship. Either way, this is the landing site of a big rock from outer space. Now, the impact really messed up the whole forest in this general vicinity, which may or may not have made a woodpecker or a koala bear homeless. It destroyed a lot of trees and it made a really big hole. Now, you can find this scientific abomination in a dilapidated house directly west of the Van Horn Trading Post. Go around to the side of the building and there will be an open window with a way to climb inside. Once inside, there is a lot of really weird experiments. Put it this way, whoever owned this place was really into taxidermy and he wasn't afraid to take some risks. As one can see by this uglier than concoction hanging on the wall here. It's a bird! It's a pig! No, kids, it's what nightmares are made out of. Now, what kind of mad scientist cooked up this gnarly f***er, you might be wondering right now, in your brain skullet? I know that I did. I feel like whatever he was trying to make with this, he messed up big time. I mean, as a man of science, you definitely don't go into creating a new species thinking, boy, I hope I make something I can't make eye contact with without throwing up in my mouth. Probably got really drunk and one of his buddies dared him to do it. You know, probably doesn't have any formal training when it comes to gluing dead things together. You just grab some arts and crafts gear and just full sent that shit. And this beauty is what you get when all those parameters come to fruition. Look at that. South of Donner Falls, there is a barrel with a super dead wet person inside of it. It would appear that this person was a big fan of the movie The Hobbit. As in The Hobbit, a character gets inside a big barrel and goes over a waterfall. So this person thought, hey, what a great idea. Got in the sturdiest barrel money could buy and hurled their ass over a waterfall. Just like in the movie. However, gravity had a little bit to say about this situation and grabbed that barrel by its balls and smashed it down on some sharp rocks. Needless to say, this Hobbit fan didn't survive the impact, as one might expect from trying to turn a dangerous waterfall into a slip and slide amusement park ride. Not a good idea. Located in Big Valley, West Elizabeth, there is the remains of a giant whale, or a land animal that has the exact same bone structure as whales. This whale here clearly died of stupidity though, okay? There's not a lick of water anywhere close to him. Not even a puddle. I mean, he probably died showing off to all them sexy lady whales and how far he could get away from the ocean. Clearly Willie here got lost, and he probably starved to death. Located east of Fort Wallace up in the mountains, you might find a monk sitting on the edge of a cliff in what appears to be deep thought. Now, I'm not entirely sure what he's thinking about. What are you thinking about, monk man? Yeah, I don't know. I have my thoughts on what he's thinking about. I mean, he's probably pondering a way to fit a whole watermelon up his ass without scaring the other monks. Why else would he be in such deep thought, right? Exactly. Directly west of Deer Cottage, crossing the Roanoke Valley River, you will find an older-than-tits Viking tomb. It's got all the Viking tomb amenities as well, like a Viking axe conveniently located in this poor f***er's cranium, and it's even got a cool helmet that's great if you find yourself balls deep in a medieval sword fight. Who was buried here? Who cares? Who cares? Okay, all I know is all this shiny shit is mine now, okay? So yeah, you can actually keep the helmet and the axe, which is pretty sweet. Hold on to those secret items. Just east of Beecher's Hope, and just before you get to Blackwater, there's a very memorable looking tree. This looks almost exactly like the iconic tree where Andy Dufresne his dead ex-wife for the very first time, and also sent his prison buddy Red on a get-out-of-jail scavenger hunt in the movie Shawshank Redemption. There's just something about imagining Tim Robbins bumping uglies under that tree that always makes me smile. I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. They're meant to be out there destroying pussy under oak trees. And the part of you that knew it was a sin to lock them up does rejoice. Still, the place you live in is that much more drab without that pussy-pounding savage slaying ass all the time under that tree. Am I right, Tim? Am I right? Damn, son. Damn. West of Flatneck Station, you'll find a tree with a bunch of whiskey bottles just hanging from the branches. There is also a bunch of whiskey bottles littered around the tree, some on top of the tree, and some are even inside of the tree. Yeah, I think it's safe to say this tree clearly has a drinking problem. I think we need to get 6 to 8 of its closest tree friends together, ambush it when it comes home from work one day, and intervention the shit out of this tree, okay? Now, shooting the bottles on the tree can be lots of fun. My favorite part about shooting empty whiskey bottles is that they don't shoot back. It's nice, it's stress-free. There is also some treasure in one of the whiskey bottles, so don't be shy. Get in there and have at it. You know, get that treasure. Shoot those bottles. Southwest of McFarland's Ranch, there is a treehouse with a guy who's talking all sorts of smack. Apparently, he thinks his little treehouse here is bulletproof because he's throwing insults out the window like they're beach balls at a Nickelback concert. Well, turns out his treehouse isn't bulletproof, and shooting it will blow out the floorboards and have this little tree princess fall to his death. He'll hit the ground like gravity stepped it up a notch that day. Okay, he just really comes down with the full force of it, you know? Now, upon inspecting the guy who fell from the tree, you see that besides the fact that he's deader than shit, he does look a little unusual, okay? I don't know why this guy chirps at people in his little treehouse, but it would appear that it didn't work out well for him. Near Manzanita Post, you'll find a crashed-up circus convoy, and I can only surmise what happened here. But my guess is that the clowns turned on everyone else in the circus and just started killing folks. This crew that you see here tried to make a hasty getaway, but they didn't buckle up and they got a face full of tragic accident. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Never trust clowns. Now, if you look closely, there is also a reference to the conjoined twins in American Horror Story. You'll see them in the back of one of the cabs. Also, if you punch the fortune teller doll in the next card right in the glass, then instead of a fortune or some lottery numbers, she'll just chirp your haircut like a hero. Red Dead Redemption 2 contains a well-hidden reference to the video game Bully, which was published by Rockstar Games back in 2006. The slogan on the game's box art was Canis Canem Edit, which is edged into a weapon you can pick up at the end of the Gunslinger's questline from good old Tiny Balls Calloway. Canis Canem Edit actually means dog eat dog. Plus, it's a really sweet custom Schofield revolver, so it's definitely worth completing the Gunslinger's questline. If only to be able to wave this bad boy around all willy-nilly, just flexing on the NPCs. Now, if you do want to start up the Gunslinger's questline, then all you'll have to do is do the Stranger task that's located in the Eastern Saloon in Valentine. South of Armadillo, there is a donkey lady thingy that was tied to this pulley system. Is it a donkey? Is it a lady? Who knows? Who cares? All I really want to know is it down to fuck? Because all this donkey talk has given me a boner. It looks like this thing has been dead for some time, literally worked to the bone by the looks of it. Was Donkey Lady actually once a supernatural being like the Wendigo or the Grafted Monster? Not likely, no. The Donkey Lady is actually a reference to a glitch of the same name in Red Dead Redemption, where the game would spawn an NPC with the AI and face of a donkey. The glitch became popular after a YouTube channel by the name of Where to Boots made a video showcasing the glitch. West of Emerald Ranch in a little shack, you'll find a guy who has married a sheep. It's got a wedding ring on it and everything. It would appear that in the process of consummating his marriage to the sheep, they both died. The cause of which is unknown, but I can tell you this, it wasn't from a broken heart. I mean, he probably broke his penis going to town on that poor sheep's fuckable ass. They died from loving each other too hard by the looks of it. Well, in any case, this definitely explains the donkey lady's origin story, doesn't it? Northwest of the Van Horn Trading Post, there is a guy who has quite possibly the worst bee sting I've ever seen. He seems to be making the best of things though, okay? Singing songs with his friends and whatnot. I mean, it looks like he might be having an allergic reaction. This could be fatal. I'm thinking maybe he needs some ointment or something for the swelling to go down. I don't know if anyone's told him that or not, but could be a good idea. Now, even though he does seem to have come to terms with the fact that he needs to find a better way to get honey in his mouth than ransacking some bees' nests, he still doesn't like it when people stare at his bee stings. I know this firsthand because I was just listening to his sweet tunes when he caught me eyeballing his battle bites, and then he proceeded to beat the shit out of me in front of his friends.
A winter escape is calling. It's time to answer.
Can you guess which one of these foods is killing your testosterone? Is it eggs, flaxseed, milk, bananas?
Now, northwest of Rhodes here, just along the beaten path, you might find three fellas in a chain gang smashing rocks for the county. Things take a turn for the worst, and they full send it on the guards. Now, one of the inmates takes an L, but the other two make off into the woods like a couple of soggy bottom boys. They had their opportunity, and they run off. R-U-N-N-O-F-T. Now, this is more than likely a reference to Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?, which is a Coen Brothers film. Although the particulars aren't identical, chain gang convicts escaping into the woods is all too familiar. Now, in the bayou region of Liamore, just west of Lakay, you can find a small church, likely built for children or small people. That, or maybe they ran out of wood and thought, hey, why don't we just make it a little bit smaller? Nobody will notice. But they did notice. Yes, they did. This church looks like it was built for Frodo and the boys, if I'm being honest. I can see it already. Bilbo just banging out Bible verse while Smeagol beats his dick in the corner like a psycho. Samwise Gamgee watching like a pervert. Just another day in the Shire, hey fellas? Located in Grizzly's West Amberino, you'll find the remains of Ray Romano's character in Ice Age. Now, I'm no expert, but I can tell that these are mammoth bones. Why? Because they're way too big to be a cat's, okay? So if it's not a dead cat, if so facto, it's a dead mammoth. You know, it's simple logic, really. I honestly wonder what this mammoth was thinking just before he ate and died. It was probably something like, boy, I hope I don't get frozen to death in the snowy tundra. Under a ridge on the southeast face of Mount Shawn, north of Strawberry and West Elizabeth, there's a big old man skeleton. A giant by the looks of it. He looks like he may or may not have been a professional basketball player. Center, if I had to guess, okay? But how did he die, right? I think this one's obvious, people, okay? Shaquille O'Neal clearly found a time machine, went back in time, then died in this cave. Probably because he was too tall for the time era, you know? Walked out of the cave, got hit in the face with a fucking pterodactyl. I mean, it could happen to anyone, really. North of Brandywine Drop, you'll find a guy who thinks he's the king of the forest. And honestly, who's to say he isn't? Now, I didn't know the forest had its own monarchy, but it does make sense that this guy would be the king. I mean, look at him. He's pretty high up in that tree, right? And that dusty leaf covering his dirty giblets does look pretty prestigious. Now, when I woke up today, I didn't know I was going to run into royalty. But boy, oh boy, life can throw you some curveballs, can it? Anyways, the king of the forest here doesn't like it when you get close to his royal treehouse. So he'll just keep telling you to leave him alone until you leave. He'll also throw royal rocks right at your head, which are just like normal rocks, except they got dipped in an angel's piss. Now, if John Marston gets arrested in Blackwater, then there's a chance that Abigail will break him out. She comes into the police station all worked up, chirping poor old Jim Milton. But turns out it's all just a big ruse. Because once the deputy isn't paying attention, she clubs the shit out of him, and the two of them just walk out of there. However, if she does break you out, then John is still a wanted man in Blackwater. And if the police catch wind of him, then things might escalate quickly. So it's better to leave Blackwater in a hurry if Abigail busts you out. Or you'll be back behind bars before you can say dirty squirrel. This is actually paying tribute to the first Red Dead Redemption in that they never gave John the ability to traverse through water at all. He's like a potato when it comes to water. A really, really heavy, shitty swimming potato. Now, if you get to the epilogue portion of the game and you try to go for a nice little evening dip in the kiddie pool, you'll find yourself deader than fuck in no time. Northeast of Big Valley, there's a super crazy cave that just says, nope, don't enter me. And what did I do? I went deep as f inside that cave and rubbed my on its innards. This place is like a maze on the inside, but if you follow the right sequence of tunnels, it will lead you to a weird guy that claims to be the devil. He's dressed kind of how you would imagine the devil would be dressed, and he has a fancy kind of dubious looking goatee. So if he walks the walk and he talks the talk, then clearly he's a crazy guy skulking about in a fucking cave. Now he's not actually the devil, but he does really want to be the devil, so there's that. Not sure that hell is accepting applications, but if they start, then maybe this guy will get his big break. I know I'm rooting for him. Now, west of Blue Water Marsh, there is a gigantic snake just hanging from a tree. It looks like Mike Tyson punched it in the face. It's either unconscious or dead or both. It's not going anywhere anytime soon is all I'm saying. Now, this is clearly a reference to the Jungle Book. That or it's a reference to a really big f***ing snake. Probably the Jungle Book, though, because Kaa, the big snake in Jungle Book, looks an awful lot like this snake, except a lot less dead. Now, northwest of Hanging Dog Ranch, if you go up into the woods there, you'll see a rather unfortunate situation where a man and a bear got into a bit of a scuffle. Now, this grizzly bear was obviously very mad at this guy, okay? It looks like it might have been personal. Now, I can't be certain, but maybe, just maybe, this grizzly caught this guy f***ing his wife. Last thing you want to see after a long day of stealing picnic baskets is some rando balls deep in your bare necessities, okay? So they had some words. The bear ripped off this guy's face, and the guy stabbed the bear to death with a survival knife. The knife is actually a unique weapon in the game and can be collected to use later by John or Arthur. And this is also possibly a reference to the movie The Revenant with Leo DiCaprio, because he does get manhandled by a grizzly bear in that movie. He survives, though, but just barely in the movie. Not this guy. This guy's missing his whole situation. He did not survive. Now, the very first heist in the game is a train robbery, and at the very start of the robbery, Arthur is standing like a badass in the way of the impending locomotive. The scene is really cool, and it's actually a reference to Jesse James in The Coward Robert Ford. It's a slower than Western movie with Brad Pitt. Casey Affleck has some serious jealousy issues in the movie and shoots poor old Pitts when he's staring at his favorite pitcher. What a dick. Anyways, this exact scene happens in the first of the movie, and is basically the only exciting part of the whole f***ing film. Now, if you go east of Maddock Pond and you come across this crossing at night, it might bring forth a group of dastardly individuals initiating a new recruit. However, it's never a good idea to let stupid people play with fire. It's just a matter of time before one of them catches on fire and kills damn near the lot of them. Sure, there were a couple of survivors, but I'm sure they died of ignorance and intolerance shortly afterwards. Remember, kids, don't play with matches. Located in Rhodes during the epilogue, if you go into the general store as John Marston, you'll see one of your old gang buddies just living life, selling goods, pretending like he wasn't part of a notorious group of hooligans. Now, if you chit-chat with him, you guys will catch up, chew the fat, talk about the weather, normal people small talk. Nothing special. It's not like he gives you the keys to Narnia or anything, cool like that. It's just really cool to see him after everything goes awry with the gang and all.
A winter escape is calling. It's time to answer.
Train for your true calling with the Canadian Armed Forces.
At Coots Chapel, south of Armadillo, you'll find the gravestone of Francis Moon. That's right, guys and girls. Herbert Moon had a brother, and he's deader than f***. Coroner said natural causes, but I'm thinking foul play. I think it was Colonel Mustard in the dining room with a gigantic inflatable penis. Beaten to death by a penis. Worst way to go. Now, Herbert Moon, for those of you who don't know, is the mustache that owns the general store in Armadillo. A simple guy with a simple life whose brother was simply beaten to death with a penis. Now, there is a part of the story where the Vanderlyn gang goes ham sandwich on the Braithwaites, just dropping elbows on their foreheads like it's WrestleMania 41. All the Braithwaites take a big L, most of which dying in gunfire exchange. However, during all the commotion, the mansion sets ablaze. Catherine Braithwaite then takes the biggest L of all when she shows us what a materialistic old gizzard she is when she squirms her way back into the flames of the burning mansion. After the mission, if you come back to the mansion, you'll find dear old Catherine well done to a crispy charcoal. On her body, you'll find a one-of-a-kind necklace that sells for a pretty penny, so be sure to decimate the shit out of her corpse. Now, close to Shady Belle is a man dead and washed up on shore. This unfortunate fella was trying to escape a life without liberty. But by the looks of it, his escape strat didn't quite pan out as he doesn't appear to be breathing. He does, however, have a note on his body. Apparently he had a pen pal or something that was trying to help him out. You know, get him to a more liberal area of the country. Which is a real bummer because, as you can see, he didn't quite make it. Now, this could be a reference to 12 Years a Slave or Django, as both movies deal with liberating men from the shackles of slavery. Now, this gentleman is wearing a similar neck garment to Django, but has a similar correspondence and situation to Solomon Northup in terms of someone helping him from far away. However, both of those characters fight and achieve their liberty, one through violence and the other through sheer determination and an unwillingness to give up. It's safe to say I cried like a baby hamster after watching 12 Years a Slave. It's a super sad movie. Yes, it is. South of Roanoke Valley, if you keep your ears open in the forest, you'll be able to hear some ghostly motherfuckers talking about some really ambiguous shit. But I think one of them told me I smell like a donkey's nutsack. But like in a really creepy ghost voice. You know, it was like, "You smell like a donkey's nutsack. I'm a ghost." I was like, "Hey Casper, not cool." Pretty sure I heard him snickering afterwards too. Either way, tread lightly and listen up. And you all can be the judge of this haunted as forest. Northeast of Annisburg, you'll find a stone with a bunch of bizarre writing on it. Now, I'm no archaeologist, but I'm pretty sure this says, "A bulimic jellyfish ate my last toaster strudel." That, or maybe it says, "Send nudes" in big letters. It's hard to tell. It's a little bit faded. The rock is engraved with runic letters in the middle. It also consists of an engraved serpent, which surrounds the text in the middle. There's also runic letters on the serpent. Now, the script is written in Old Norse, and is obviously a reference to Vikings. Now, some fancy book-learned people say that the script actually translates to, "We arrived by boat, beautiful land, gracious people, so we left them to live in peace." Sure, I believe that. I still think it says "send nudes," but what do I know? Located in Big Valley, West Elizabeth, here there is what appears to be the site of a pagan ritual. I mean, there's a bunch of strategically placed candles around a mutilated corpse. It's definitely got all the tidings of an eventful Sunday. Maybe they conjure up a demon, maybe they don't. It's really not about what you're doing, is it? No, it's about what kind of twisted fucks you're doing it with. You know, that's what my Uncle Eddie always used to say. Now, next time you think you're having a bad day because Subway ran out of double chocolate cookies, just think about this guy and how much he could use a double chocolate cookie right now. For those of you guys who don't know, the mask that the dead guy's wearing, you can actually take that. You can steal his mask and you can keep that mask. That's your mask now. You're welcome. It's a super scary mask. Located in Big Valley, West Elizabeth, you'll find a tower-looking thingy. It doesn't do anything, really. At first, I thought it was a transformer. I mean, I flashed the Allspark in front of it all willy-nilly, and it didn't change at all. So that was a no-go. So I guess it's just like an ordinary tower thingy. Maybe it's a reference to tiny towers. I have no idea. Kind of looks like a giant pointy penis, if I'm being honest. I'd imagine if Minecraft characters were large enough, their penises may look like this. Now, located in Blue Water Marsh, right up here close to the water, is an area riddled with chilling secrets. Now, if you come here at night, you may be lucky enough to see a ghost lady who's having some relationship issues. Apparently, your BFF was raw dogging a rando, and she can't quite let it go. I personally think she needs to move on. You know, get out there and meet new dead people. She just needs that special someone to hump that crazy, lonely psycho right out of her. Note that you may have to come to this location on a few different nights for her loneliness to show up on the visible spectrum. However, if she doesn't appear, at other times she'll still whisper some ghostly shit off in the distance. She'll be off in the distance just owning that creepy ghost lady vibe. Located in Braithwaite Manor, Leamore, you'll find the Braithwaite Secret. Make your way to the eastern side of Braithwaite Manor, where you'll find several houses all located near the water. From this area, head directly south into the shrubs, where you'll begin to hear the voice of a young girl. As you continue further into the overgrown area, you'll find a small white outhouse-style building. Here you'll find an unlucky lady chained inside that outhouse. She's also mumbling some incoherent shit, as someone might do when they're jammed up in a poop shack for God knows how long. Turns out they never let her out either. Apparently Catherine had the keys, and if you return as John, you'll find a much deader lady chilling in the shitter. Now, some of you may not know this, but if you go around back and shoot the chain, then wait a couple seconds, absolutely nothing happens. Northeast of Manteca Fall, you'll find Seth Breyer's house. You know, the little grave-robbing anorexic lunatic from Red Dead Redemption? You guys remember Seth, right? From Red Dead? Yeah, remember he was the type of guy to own like a giant CD collection and only own a VCR? You know, the type of guy to double bag groceries most people would just carry out of the store? Type of guy that's got lip hair on his ball bag? You know, a real weirdo. Yeah, well, this is his house. Right here. Yeah, located on the water, and boy is it a shithole.
Have you tried the power of Persil Pro Clean? It fights tough stains, and as the UV light reveals, even invisible dirt. That's a deep clean. Available with Oxy Power.
Now, southwest of Gaptooth Breach, laying on a little rock, there will be a really skinny guy not quite from this era. He's dressed like he's about to start a conga line, which makes me think he must have been a bit of a partier, this guy, you know? Look at him. Well, it turns out he was a traveling salesman of sorts, with just a really sweet shirt. There's actually a letter on his body that explains he's a missionary, a religious missionary that would go around to different parts of the world and, you know, spread religious rhetoric to the savages in untamed lands. However, this guy clearly got separated from his group. I mean, he was likely still a little freaked out and discombobulated when he and his friends didn't sail off the edge of the planet, or whatever. Probably died of shock. West of Brandywine Drop, there is what appears to be an ordinary little shithole house on a hill. However, this little crap shack has a hole in the roof, all suspicious looking. It turns out the hole was caused by a meteorite that came crashing down as these poor sons of bitches were all gathered around one another, either eating or having a circle jerk. Either way, their whole situation just got pooped on by this meteorite. Now, in the middle of this allotment of death and despair, the murdering little meteorite is just sitting there, and it's something that can be kept as like a souvenir. It also serves as a reminder that circle jerks can go horribly, horribly wrong. North of Cola Springs, you'll find a little cave, and inside that cave, you'll find a chest. And in that chest, there's a bunch of goodies, including a really sweet golden revolver owned by the legendary Otis Miller. It even has Otis's signature right there on the barrel. Look at that. Man, that's pretty. Now, this gun is completely made of gold. So clearly, Otis Miller got like 1,000 headshots with this bad boy in Call of Duty. Now, the first time you come to Armadillo as John Marston, you'll find out what happened to the sheriff of Armadillo before Lee took the reins in Red Dead Redemption. Apparently, the previous sheriff was a bit of a tool. You know, he made a deal with some nefarious Mexican desperados, and it turns out they were a bunch of fibbers. And instead of giving him money in exchange for their friend, they shot him in the face. Now, he was a crooked law enforcement officer, but a deal's a deal, man. So they were kind of a bunch of dicks, you know, so I shot them and murdered them. Checkmate, bitches. East of Mount Sean, there is a gorilla just hanging out of the back of this crashed wagon. This gorilla is stuffed. It's not real, okay? It's clearly a giant toy gorilla, probably an unattainable carnival prize for getting all the balls in one impossibly small basket. You know, this is the type of prize your date wishes you won her. You know, instead she's going home with a glow-in-the-dark pencil sharpener and a strong inclination that maybe your father was right about you. Maybe next time, just ask the guy to buy the big stuffed animal. Then everybody goes home a winner. Northwest of Lake Isabella, there is a guy colder than Elsa's tears, just sitting cross-legged in the snow with a rifle in his hands. This guy obviously thought he could fight off a snowstorm, as one does when they've been hitting the Bud Light since 12:30 on a Tuesday afternoon. This guy saw a storm front moving in and thought shelter was for cowards. He decided to face the storm head-on like a man, with nothing but a rifle and a pocket full of courage. Turns out guns don't ward off storm clouds, and no amount of push-ups will keep hypothermia out of your body. This guy died like he lived, drunker than f***. Thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to slap that subscribe button like it's 3 weeks.
Well, that was pretty cool, guys. It was pretty cool. That definitely, that was a funny video. Watch some funny videos. That video I always thought should have gotten more views just because I thought it's a really funny video. It's like a 32-minute video, but it's just like one-liner after one-liner after one-liner, which I always thought was pretty good for a video that got like almost no views. I think it only has like 60,000 views or something. I mean, 60,000 views is still a lot of views, don't get me wrong, but in the grand scheme of the internet, it's it didn't get found, I guess, is kind of weird, but I still thought it was a really good video. I thought it was one of the better ones that I had done. Anyways, I just wanted to watch some videos tonight and kind of share that stuff with you guys for a bit. I know we got some ads, which is kind of crazy, and I probably would have done some more Fallout videos and stuff, Ghost of Varesh, but I don't think I'm gonna keep watching videos right now. I think I just need some time for a little bit. I wanted to come on and do that. Well, I was watching the videos to kind of cheer myself up, to be honest with you, and remind myself that I am funny and stuff like that. I'm a little more bummed out than usual. I'd explain why, but I really don't want to get into it. Just know that I have a reason to be depressed. It's not a YouTube related thing. It's a personal matter, but anyways, it's not gonna stop me from producing videos this month. I'm gonna do my best to get those 10 videos out. So I just needed to remind myself that I am a funny guy so that I can get those videos out, and that will still be my focus. But I did want to come on and do that just while I was watching the videos, just so we could all remember that I am a funny guy in the end. So with that said, guys, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a little bit here. We got a couple super chats. We had one from Sergeant Squishy, one from Tick Tick Boom, and also one from Robert AK Side Boob. So again, I really do appreciate those super chats, guys. That was really nice of you to do that. Again, another thank you to all of you guys who helped out last month. It was a fucking really shitty month for me, and it was really hard to kind of squeak by and stuff like that. I'm doing everything I can to improve as a human being. I'm doing everything I can to improve as a person, as a YouTuber. I want to improve every day. With that said, it's tough to change. It's tough to move forward, but I'm working really hard on that. So I want to be better. I will be better, and that's basically what it is. But I need a reminder every now and again that I'm good enough. You know what I mean? And so those videos were pretty funny. So that was a lot of fun. Anyways, guys, I love you all. I really do appreciate all your kindness. I appreciate all your support. You guys are wonderful, and I look forward to what you guys will think of my next video. So I'll see you guys again in the next one. I love you all, and remember,